Over 830 people
have been infected so far. 25 of them are dead. This is just in Asia alone. This is a rising concern for every African citizen who experienced the Ebola virus. I'm not saying this is a similar tool, but I'm just saying, what is Africa doing to prepare itself for the worst? Now, the local authorities of China have quarantined Wuhan and Hangang, which house about 17 million people in total population of the two cities. They've also effected travel bans on about 8 cities across China. That includes Wuhan, where the virus was first identified and is suspected to originate. Now, the coronavirus causes severe illness in about a quarter of the people that it infects, and it generally kills people who have other underlying infections. Now, the WHO has declined for the second day to declare this as global state of emergency, and they've also not recommended border restrictions. The virus causes severe illnesses in about a quarter of the people it infects, and it kills generally those who have other underlying infections. It is also reported that WHO has refused for the second time to declare this virus a global state of emergency, and it has also not recommended any border restrictions to this virus. Now, the biggest question is, has the virus hit Africa yet? There are no cases that have been reported across Africa of the coronavirus. If there are any, then they're certainly just suppressed, and none of them have come forward to actually confirm that there are any cases of the coronavirus. But what should Africa do just to prepare itself for the worst in the case that it becomes really the worst? Now, what should Africans do to just prevent themselves from this dilemma? The first thing that Africans need to do, all Africans need to do, is to practice standard hygiene methods and techniques. That includes washing your hands for at least 20 seconds of running water. Now, the second thing that African authorities can do is to implement screening strategies. If they really can't afford the real coronavirus screening method, they should just at least have screening methods that have been lined up on airports where we have international flights, especially those coming from Asia coming in. We could have people who are just looking and screening for the basic symptoms, which include a fever and other respiratory problems, I guess, like that. That would go a long way in just making sure that the people who are in Africa, including the Chinese, the Asians, the Americans, whoever is in Africa, stays safe. So as for now, there is really no cause for concern about the virus in Africa, but we still have to keep our eyes open just in case something happens, because this virus is proving deadly to the Asians. We don't want such a predicament in Africa. My name is Dasha.